Joakim, can you talk about your hand injury last year? And I know you needed more surgery back in Europe before your season in Sweden started. So what happened between your surgery in January and when you went back to Sweden?
I had some trouble with my movements in the hand, so I keep falling on it, and so we decided to do another surgery to make the movements better. So it went pretty fast. I was back in like 2-3 weeks. So just missed a couple of games and then played 15 games back there in Sweden. So that was important for me to get some games before I came here.
And can you talk about last year with how difficult it is for most Europeans to come play in the NHL, but you had trouble getting your footing because, you kept getting injuries, and certainly the last one where you blocked a shot, was a freak. But can you talk about how difficult it was because you couldn't play a number of games for a length of time before something happened to you physically?
Yeah, I had a tough season. Had a pretty tough start. It's a big change to come from Europe over here. So then I had my first back injury. Missed a couple of games. Came back. Played a couple of games and felt pretty good. Get used to the small ice and get to know the guys a bit. And then I get injured again, and that was it. So then I came here in the playoffs. Didn't play a game and just played 30 games or something last season. So it was important for me to get some games back in Europe. Hopefully this season I'm gonna be clear from injuries. So yeah, I'm excited to come back here and hopefully without injuries and make my best.
Hey, Joakim, Happy New Year. You talked about the importance of getting games in earlier this year. How would you assess those games went for you, and where are you at compared to last training camp coming into this one?
I had a pretty tough start back in Sweden too. It took some games for me to get into it, but I mean that's pretty normal. I missed a couple of months for playing hockey. Couldn't even practice much either. So, but I felt better and better. Last couple of games back in Sweden, it felt good, and I scored some goals, made some good plays, and get some confidence. So I feel in pretty good shape. Then it's tough to get back here. It's a tough competition, and we have a great team here. So I need to work really hard to fight for a spot. So, but like I said before, it was really important for me to get those games in Sweden. So I'm gonna work hard here and do my best to deserve a spot here in the team.
And maybe take us through the psyche of going through some rough patches. You mentioned your injuries. You mentioned your tough start in Sweden. How does one stay positive and confident in his abilities when they're going through a tough stretch like that?
I mean, it takes some energy from you. It's not fun to just rehabbing and then when I thought it was all good, then I have to do another surgery and I'm out for 2-3 weeks without doing so much. So it was a pretty tough period, but I mean, hopefully I came out pretty strong from it and can put all the injuries behind me and just look forward. And I feel in pretty good shape now, so I'm just excited to be here and fight for a spot in the team.
Next question, Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Well, Joakim, can you talk to how difficult it is for a player who's an offensive player in Sweden to come to the National Hockey League, and then you have to sometimes play on a line where you're not getting a lot of minutes in a game, and how difficult that is?
I mean, I've been in that spot before in Sweden. When I came up in the big league there, I didn't play much. I actually, like the last couple of years in Sweden, I played much in the defensive zone too, and a lot of box play and all that. And I feel that I can contribute with stuffs in the D zone too, and all over the ice. So you just have to do what I do best, like skating and my tenacity, and be all over pucks and help my teammates to win pucks and all that. So I feel like I've developed my games both offensively and defensively. And I feel that I need to be stronger on pucks here. I think that's the biggest difference from Europe. That people are stronger, faster, and everything like that. So I have to work on my strength with the puck.
One question about coming back to play before the playoffs started. Was your hand okay? I know you didn't play an exhibition game or in the playoffs. Physically, were you okay?
Yeah, I felt pretty good in my hand. But I had trouble with my movements. I couldn't get my hand into a fist, and that was the problem when I started playing back in Sweden too. So I kept like falling on my hand, and it's just to keep injured it. So I felt pretty good in the playoffs, but probably if I had played, probably would have made my injury in the playoffs. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.